So we're in Birmingham and I've been looking at the tram lines that are going down to HS2. You can see here is a fork. That one goes to New Street Station, comes round that way, and of course from the other way this comes down from Wolverhampton and goes down through here. So there we go. But they're all done now. I'm quite impressed, really. So, but first of all, thank you for watching, liking, sharing, ringing the bell. Special thank you to all those who've subscribed. And if you haven't subscribed and you're going to, well, thank you so much. You're going to make an old man quite happy, as well as supporting the channel. I'm going to go down here. Why am I going down here? Well, there is a sort of cutout of a well-known comedian, Frankie Howard, who died sadly in tragic circumstances some years ago. But nevertheless, we're going to go down there and have a little look at the there's like a little island here where the pigeons seem to live. Don't like that architecture much. It's not taken a lot of effort, has it? I noticed today when I got on the train to come to Birmingham, it says no electric bikes or scooters are allowed on the trains for safety reasons. Well, given that they have a habit of catching light, I suppose it makes sense. It's a bit like Teslas, I suppose. From what I've heard, electric cars have a habit of catching fire. I still remember that the 787, the Dreamliner, had problems with its batteries to start with and filled the cabin with smoke. As I recall, I've been on it, but fortunately it was after they'd sorted all the problems. It's a beautiful airliner, I have to say. Now, over there is where all the pigeons usually are, and we're not disappointed. They're all over there. Look, they often sit on that relief on the wall, but they're on the ground pecking at the moment. So there we are. Now we'll go and have a look at the cutout of Tony Hancock. There it is. Doesn't look much from here. 1924 to 1968. There it is. I don't know if you can see it, but there he is. Yes, he was known for Hancock's half hour. That was quite comical. But we're talking way back when. I'm going to go down here and towards the university and the children's hospital. I've just been talking to security people. There's lots of security people about, and they've known some of the beggars on the street for years. 17 years, one of them. And it's interesting to note that they told me that most of these people are not actually homeless. People give because they think, oh, this could be me sometime. And what they were saying is, of course, the way to give is to give through registered charities. That's the way to give, not on the street. Because many of these, I stood and watched one of them one day in Coventry. They were just saying, oh, could you spare £1? I worked out what they were making a day and what it turns out is a year. £30,000 tax-free. That's not bad. So I think I'm with the security people. Don't give to those on the street. Let them log in with a charity. They'll be checked out and they'll get what they need if they're genuine. If they're not, they'll obviously continue taking people for fools on the street. Don't get me wrong, I'm all for charity in a big way, but I'm not for conning people on the street. Look at that, that's nice, isn't it? Did you like that? Yeah, so anyway, that's a little bit of information I had from several security people here in Birmingham. So we'll go on a little further down through here. I'm going to cross over, but there is a really lovely building here, this one, the courts. Just fabulous. Look at that, all in red brick or red stone, red whatever. But isn't that lovely? I like it anyway. This has all been resurfaced along here. I remember there was a sign up when I came a while ago, don't park here next week. And of course the reason being that they put all new surface down. But just look at that, there's trees growing out up there. I think the clock has had problems. I can't believe that is all in such a mess and still being used properly. If it is, they need to look at the facade a little bit. Look at that, trees all growing out of it. Needs a bit of a looking at, doesn't it? Thank you, bus. Look at the trees at the top. Everywhere, trees growing out of it. I don't know if it's still used, I haven't got the slightest clue. It's a beautiful facade, I absolutely love it. Central Hall, that's nice, isn't it? Look at that. It's got all trees growing out the top as well. There must be a way up inside there. I thought they'd have been up there pulling the trees down. But what do I know? I don't know anything, do I? But that's a nice contrast to the red, isn't it? Look, over there. Interesting buildings. Lovely arches on that one. Each block of windows is slightly different. And here's this Central Hall locked up. Oh, that's why it hasn't been done. It's not being used. It's just the Central Hall. Those are usually Baptist churches. I couldn't say whether that one is because it looks disused, disgruntled and falling apart, but there we are. Right, now the university is just across, Aston University is just across the way here. We could go down to the pond and have a little look.